twatandika n'eyika 10 bwe twatandika eyika 10 twakolanga pilot project akata aho esente zaali ntono nga gwokimanyi wano mu Uganda kati nasalawo okutukira UDB kati bwatukira UDB nawe tebaba babibi sente bakola ki bazituweereza kati ne tutandika guno mu mukola ki gwe mulaba kati mu kutandika guno gwe mulaba tuguzeemu bingi kwangu laba tuli ku drip system then kano twakata Israeli ereze sente ezimu ezagula okuva Israeli then n'okutuyamba mu bakozi okusima the reservoir nezino control room zinagola bagwe ne generator wateba jona yaba jona mu UDB wano ngaba libona abalone mu Uganda waliwo abesobola balima abatesobola batukire UDB banga fe etuyambye netwa buli kimu okutwaliza wamu mu UDB tufunyemu.
A woman's journey is not just the places she's been, but the different people she's become. It's the evolution of her identity. If you're a female creative, a writer, a passionate actress, a producer, a director, or working in the film industry, this is your tribe. Join us for the Women in Film Symposium 2024 on October 26th at Skies Hotel Nakuru under the theme Skilling Women in Film for Equality, Sustainability and Advocacy. Don't miss live performances, cocktails, awards, workshops, networking, panel discussions, and so much more. Gates open at 4 p.m. The fee is 50,000 Uganda shillings, payable via Momo Pay Code 713362 or call 0786 312 218. Sponsored by.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning in Kampala and surrounding areas. I don't know where you are and what the weather is like, but one thing is clear, that we are in our final rain season of the year, because we have 2 rainy seasons. Now, this is the one that is driving us up to December and the final season. For the farmers out there, well, no questions about rain. Plant, plant, plant. Because you well know that most of us depend on rainfall-fed agriculture. Irrigation is for a few. So if you don't plant when it's raining, then you may not have food on table, you may not have some money, because you are promoting now commercial agriculture. While I'm away from that, this morning I'm going to be discussing issues regarding humanity. And when you talk about humanity, I have the experts, people who have been at this for some time under Humanity First. Now, I have Abdu Chiwanuka, who is the Director, Gift of Sight, and Vice Chairman, Humanity First Uganda. you're most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And then at the extreme end, I have Mukwanga Abdurrahim, who is the Deputy Director, Global Health, Humanity First Uganda. You're most welcome.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for hosting me here today.
You're welcome. And we are going to be looking at the impact of Gift of Sight, Humanity First in Uganda. And very excited whenever I have these people, because we are talking about extending a hand, being human. Now I want to begin with Abdu here. When we talk about the origin of Humanity First in Uganda, please give us a picture for my viewer to better understand. What is this Humanity First? Is it an NGO? Is it an organization? Of which type? Is it government? Because you do tremendous work.
Thank you very much. Once again, I would like to thank you for always hosting us here. Most of the times when we are heading to one of, particularly me, one of my greatest event of the year when it comes to service towards humanity. Humanity First is a charity organization, no alignment with any government or political party. Basically, it's an organization that calls out to all the people out there, to all the Ugandans, when we come to Humanity First Uganda, that whoever has anything to spare, this is the time where you're supposed to reduce the 3 meals that you take a day to save one for someone who's going hungry. You don't need to have a lot to give back. So Humanity First Uganda started in 2007, and we've expanded to 8 projects that we do under Humanity First Uganda. We have disaster relief, where we run to those Ugandans who have been affected by natural calamities that are always happening. We have Bududa, we have Lake Choga, the number, we have landslides, we have floods. So disaster relief is always set that there's always a group of fellow Ugandans that always run to answer the calls of those desperate ones of our nation. And then we have orphan care, where we look out to those orphans within Uganda that have lost their parents, and they still have that right to the human right, that right to education, to health care, to a good life, such that they can as well have that chance to grow into becoming very responsible people of the country. And right now we are in the completion stage of our orphanage that we are constructing in Kabende in Fort Portal district. And then we have Knowledge for Life, where there are those Ugandans who are not fortunate enough to be able to acquire the education, secondary education, university, because of different challenges. Basically, the challenges are not usually due to money. Sometimes the money might be there, but when again the education, to get the marks and all that, some people are not all gifted the same. So some of them might not have their talents in classes, but they have their talents in their hands. So we have Knowledge for Life, and we have 2 institutes in Uganda, one in Budaka, one in Chotela, and the number of trainings that we offer. And right now we are heading into our 4th graduation. And we are going to see off some Ugandans as well who have learned how to do hairdressing, so they will be employing themselves and earning a living. And those who have learned how to drive, how to repair cars, how to do a lot of all those vocational training facilities that we offer in Budaka. And then we have community care, where we run out to such communities, especially hospitals, that they need a number of facilities. They might need beds and all that. Recently, there is some of the disabled people we are looking out to, those who cannot walk and they have been crawling in the villages. We identify them, we give them their
Wheelchairs?
Yeah, wheelchairs. They can be able to take themselves somewhere, because once you have their hands, we've seen them, they are working, they are repairing shoes. Some of them can even make a living to a point that they can even start employing other people. So once you empower these Ugandans, they can become better citizens of the country. And then we have global health. We have the director here, where we run out to communities and we offer specialized medical camps, attend to a number of illnesses. And then we have gift of sight, where I belong. And in gift of sight, particularly, we look for those people having eye issues, and then we attend to them, we give them medication, as well as we screen out the ones with cataracts, and then we offer surgeries. Every service that we've talked of is free of charge. We do the mobilization through our call out to fellow Ugandans, and whatever we raise is what we give back to the community.
Very interesting. Here we see Ugandans raising money to help other Ugandans, and these treatments are free of charge, or whatever the programs that Haiti has mentioned, the services are free of charge. Now here I want to look at the start of Gift of Sight project. This is also something I'm eagerly interested in before I even run to my brother. Now, because you've mentioned these projects, let's look at the start of the Gift of Sight project.
Gift of Sight project, the idea started in 2015, but the issue with having medical programs on board requires for medical personnel who have the idea. So organizing and calling towards this cause, we had to call for those medical people that would offer some time to the project. So the project starts in 2019, when I would like to mention a few of the pioneering volunteers, because by then I was working in Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. Still, I was working with Lancet Laboratories, and we are in partnership with Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. So I was in the lab there, and then we started the call to see how. There's one special gentleman, he's a surgeon now, in Mbale Regional Referral Hospital, called Dr. Buza. For those who might pass through Mbale, they would get him. So he's a close friend of mine. So I shared with him this idea, and then told him, we want to start to give back to the people. We want to do some whatever we can offer for the eyes. So Dr. Buza tells me, no, there is a lady in the eye department of Mbale. You can talk to her. So he connects me to Dr. Jolie, who is a senior ophthalmic clinical officer in Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. So I meet Dr. Jolie, and I explained to him, like, the clinic is always packed, and this is evident to every public hospital. They are always packed. There are a lot of clients, a lot of patients. But the issue is, what about those who are in the villages? And when it comes to eye issues, we only know that we have eye issues when we completely go blind. So they don't come here. And then the queues are so, you see, you can get to the clinic at around 8, and then the doctor will see you at around 1 when you're already frustrated and all that. So Dr. Jory buys the idea that we need to go to the villages. We need to go get some time and reach out to those who don't have the chance to be attended to by the ophthalmologists in these hospitals. So Dr. Jory introduces me to the regional ophthalmologist in Mbale, Dr. Arach Proskovia. So Dr. Arach as well welcomes the idea, and together we sit, we draft the plan and everything. Then I'm like, I'm a medical laboratory scientist, so I don't do the eyes. So I said, no, I will mobilize. So for them, they say, okay, for us, we shall sit down and draft a plan on how we achieve this. So I said, okay, with Humanity First, I ran to the Humanity First family. And then we start raising funds. And then Dr. Jody and Daraj say, okay, we need about 250,000 in consumables. What we need, the glasses, the lenses and all that. So the total was around 250 Uganda shillings. That 250 Uganda shillings can be able to accommodate 250,000 Ugandan shillings can be able to accommodate a successful cataract surgery. Looking at the medication that we give pre-surgery, then during surgery, the lens inclusive, and even after surgery. So okay, this one is okay. So we start looking for Ugandans who can donate to this very cause. And then we write our proposal to the Humanity First managing team, and then they're like, okay, we can go, this is what we have, we can allocate, let's continue looking through the people and raise the funds. And then what we raised for the very first time, we are able to raise about 23 millions. And then we said, okay, we went to Buchikali. And then when we did mobilization on the radio and all that, we saw about 300 people in Buchikali. And of the 300 that came up, 63 had cataracts. We brought them to Mbale, we worked on them, and then everyone, people who had spent years not seeing, were able to see. So this is how Humanity First came. And when I was talking to Dr. Arach, and I told her that I spend about 250 Uganda shillings per patient, because for us, we draft what we need, the consumables, and where we are going to go. They give us the connections that side. We talk to the CEOs there. Say, the clients I'm seeing every day deep in the village. An example, like in Paris, there is the ophthalmic clinic officer there. They have just a small clinic for the eyes, simple treatment. So he says, of the ones I see, we have about these cataracts. I'm like, okay, you call all of them and they come. So that kind of coordination and support from the medical team, I would like to approach the Ministry of Health for training such kind of Ugandans that whenever you need them, they'll be there. They'll tell you these are the records. So we call all of them, we get extra consumables and items to use, and then they come. And we see over 1,000 patients.
Wow, that is so impressive, having given us the history of that. Now I bring in Mukwang. Still when you talk about gift of sight, let's still look at some of the achievements that we can stand and count on and say, yes, cheerful Ugandans with good hearts have given. And over a period of time, this is what we've been able to achieve. Thank you so much, Mr. Shaibu. I think the very
first achievement has been talked about by my vice chairman here, that it brings about love and togetherness, both in the medical facility, in the medical field, because you call upon these experts and they come all together and we serve humanity, and also to our dear Ugandans who donate towards the cause of these programs. But what I can tell you is that here we are looking at gift of sight. It's about the eyes. It's a gift to receive back vision after a long period of time without seeing. And the impact that comes with that is that it's as if you've given a new life to someone. So in gift of sight, as he has just said, we had a medical camp in Buchikali, that is in Mbale. That was back in 2020. And he said we had cataract surgeries for about 63 patients. And all these were given a new life, according to me. And when we go on, we had another medical camp that was in Palisa General Hospital. And there more than 1,000 patients were screened. And during screening, what we are doing is that we are trying to identify whether these people are having cataracts, because there are very many causes of blindness. We have glaucoma, we have diabetes, we have quite a number of causes of diabetes, of blindness. But around 57% of those are always cataracts. So we identify the cataracts, and then out of these 1,000 that were screened in Palisa General Hospital, about 204 were identified as cataracts, and these were sent off to Mbale Regional Referral for the surgeries. So we've so far had about 3 camps. One was in Buchikali, the other one was in Palisa, and the last one has been in Budadiri Health Center 4, that is in Sironko district. Still more than 1,000 were screened and 200 received cataract surgeries. So in total we have about 460 patients that have received cataract surgeries from Gift of Sight, Humanity First Uganda. But this is not all. We are doing such services like giving out spectacles. Those are refractive lenses, because not everyone is blind because of cataracts, but some are just blind because of, you know, short-sightedness or long-sightedness. So we give out refractive lenses to correct their sight. And another thing that we do, we normally do preventive health care talks, whereby we educate the masses that have come for the surgeries or for the screening on better ways of taking care of their eyes, so that they don't, you know, fall into the same trap that the sick ones have gotten into. And then also, apart from that, we do, every surgery that we do, we have a post-surgical follow-up, whereby for every surgery that is done, there is an ophthalmic clinical officer that is assigned to take care or to look out for any issues that may arise after the surgeries. And this one, we call it, it's a kind of a case management, whereby we want to see, is there any bacterial infection that has happened to this person after surgery? Is there any problem, or maybe the pressure is a lot in the eye? You know, with cataracts, we are removing a lens that has been affected and replacing it with another artificial lens. So we don't want to have bacterial infections affecting this person. We don't want to have a high ocular pressure coming up to this person. We don't want to affect the brain, given that the eye is near the brain. So we assign these people to those patients so that they can find out any post-operational challenges that they may face. And apart from this, quite a number of issues go on, and in this we also engage ophthalmic officers. As he has told you, we are dealing with the senior ophthalmic specialist in Mbale, and therefore we sometimes carry out also continuous medical education with the people who are volunteering with us, and we recruit every time we come in for these camps. We recruit more people, and we broaden the medical team that we work with. So these are some of the impacts of Gift of Sight that has been reached upon by Humanity First, and we call upon all Ugandans. We told you, we've been telling you every time that we come here, no coin is small in terms of donations. 100 shillings, 200 shillings, he has told you, we require only 250,000 shillings for us to carry out a surgical, a cataract surgery to a blind person. Just imagine, if you have 1 million, those are 4 patients.
4 people, yes.
And these 4 patients are receiving, if at all they are having blindness in both eyes, they are receiving new eyes for both of them, and they are receiving a new life. We are talking of, because the biggest burden of cataracts is normally affecting people of 50 years and above. And we are talking about a farmer who is trying to get, you know, food for their family, and that food, whatever is left, they sell it for sustenance of the family. So if they go blind, they are no longer going to provide for their family. So if you restore their eyes, you're helping them out in also their economic activities. So I call upon all Ugandans to, you know, to donate to this cause. 250,000 is a small amount for, mainly, if I talk about Mr. Chirabo here in Kampala, who goes around in Cafe Javas, and the meal is around 100,000. You go probably with your hubby or your fiancé, and you spend around 300,000. That alone, 300,000, can save someone's eyes. and they can restore vision in a person. So please come up and we donate. As he has told you, it was an initiative that was thought of by just medical workers. We are not so well off, but we prefer that the whole of humanity moves along. Yes. Yes, thank you.
Well, very interesting. Gift of sight, the achievements that Humanity First Uganda has been able in that specific program, which is Gift of Sight. Remember, they are running 8 programs, yes, but today our main focus is on Gift of Sight. Exactly. And it's very interesting to know that there's no satisfaction that you can get like when you do something free of charge and you're saving a person. Just imagine, close your eyes for about 5 minutes. We are going for a break. Just close your eyes. And when we return, tell me, just envisage you not being able to see, and someone, through people like you and me, who give that little, can give you that gift of sight. Close your eyes. We are returning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
At Uganda Development Bank, we are committed to empowering communities by supporting projects that unlock excellent economic benefits for Ugandans through job creation, tax contribution, output value, and foreign exchange. We seek partnerships with projects that drive economic development in Uganda.
Wana tudiringa mu mwanyi kulima emwanyi. Famu ya fenu eri ku bugazi bwa hika 125. Mwanyi zaffe za myaka 2 kati. Wetwatandikira okusimba. Wetwatandikira twatandika ne hika 10. Wetwatandika hika 10 twakola nga pilot project. Hagata aho esente zaali ntono nga bwokimanyi wano mu Uganda. Kati nasalawo okutukira UDB. Kati bwatukira UDB nawe tebaba babi sente bakola ki bazituweereza. Kati ne tutandika guno mu mukola ki gwe mulaba. Kati mu kutandika guno mu mulaba tuguzeemu bingi kwangu laba tuli ku drip system. Then kanu twakata Israeli eleze sente ezimu okuva Israeli. Then n'okutuyamba mu bakozi okusema the reservoir nezino control rooms zinagola bagwe generator whatever jona yaba jona mu UDB. Wano ngaba libona abalone mu Uganda. Waliwo abesobola walima abatesobola. Batukire UDB. Kubanga etuyambye netwa buli kimu okutwaliza wamu mu UDB tufunyemu.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break. You can now open your eyes. Now that is the situation we are talking about. Just imagine you're in that situation and you know there is a ray of hope that can come to you. And how is this made possible? These are not miracles, but it's you giving, I giving, in partnering with Humanity First Uganda so that they can have this money that will cause that difference. Today, we are emphasizing Gift of Sight. Now, I'm also informed that Gift of Sight has scholarship programs. And here, I would like Chiwanuka to take us through.
Thank you very much. Now, I wanted to share some two scenarios before I get to the gift of sight.
Please do.
In the call to our dear audience out there and to every Ugandan to be able to join this cause. I have two scenarios where one, we worked on an old lady that had spent 5 years blind, and she had a granddaughter that was born when she was blind, and then when they operated her and then she was able to see, you can imagine how she just worshipped us. Sorry to use that statement, I'm a Muslim, but we had given her the daughter, the granddaughter. She had taken care of the granddaughter when she's blind, and the granddaughter by then, she was about 2 to 3 years, and that was the first time she looked at her. And another one was a gentleman who walked from, who came from Mayuge district to Mbale and took part in that camp. This gentleman had been blind for 7 years, and then tomorrow, like right now we are here, you talk to us, you're blind. We are used 7 years, you're blind. So he leaves his village mates and goes to Mbale, and tomorrow comes back when he's seeing. And the entire village had to come and witness what had happened. So these, you being a Christian, I being a Muslim, these are the footsteps of the prophets. You know, these are the miracles, because now the Mayuge people, you cannot tell them that Abdu Timoth was yesterday blind, today is seeing. You get? So this is the kind of cause we are calling to the Ugandans out there to join, such that we give back to the community. Now, on the issue of the scholarship program, the World Health Organization recommends to every 1 million population, there should be 4 ophthalmologists. And
now those are the
specialists that do the surgeries and everything for the eyes.
For 1 million?
For 1 million
the ratio
Ugandans. It's 4 to 1, or 4 to 1 million. And we've just from the census right now. So Uganda needs to, if you look at, was about 45 to 50 millions? 45 millions. So 45 million Ugandans, we need to have a minimum of 184. 184 ophthalmologists in the country. And as I speak right now, we've just had the graduation of recent, and only 5 graduated. And these 5 were added to the big team of 40. You get? So Uganda is roughly, because you have some going into retirement. And what makes the matters worse is that in 2017, there were 48. 8 went into retirement, and the majority, about 20 ophthalmologists were working in Kampala. So you have 20 in the bigger part of the country. And you can imagine the kind of queues that the patients, the Ugandans, have to wait before they can see specialists.
Meaning we are having a shortage of 140 ophthalmologists.
So it's less than a drop in an ocean.
Definitely.
So this is why Humanity First had to extend another branch after looking at the need that this country is going through. And then we started the scholarship program, where we identify Ugandans. Actually, we do put out an advertisement, and then the Ugandans apply, and then we do interviews, and then if they qualify, then we start sponsoring them. And our scholarship program looks through whatever level of education they start with to go through up to they do a master's in ophthalmology, such that they can come out and they are able to do. So that takes them through about 9 years, depending at which level we've gotten them. Because if they have done, if they are already at university, that will be still about 9 years. But then the ones that are below, maybe at diploma, if they have, they went to an ophthalmic clinical school, then that is it. So And among the few we have, there is one gentleman I would like to mention called Joseph Chisero Habat, who was one of our pioneering volunteers at the start when he was still in the ophthalmic school of Jinja. And he was with us in Buchikali, he was with us in Parisandis, and he was with us still in Budadili, in Silonko, deep in Silonko. So he is one of the beneficiaries of the scholarship program, and we have other, and we are still, the more the Ugandans answer this call, the more we can have, such that we have more specialists that will go out to offer these services to the people.
Well, the more we give, the more we can help Humanity First be able to achieve the scholarship for gift of sight. We need more of these. We can make them, and they can be able to serve us, because looking at the global ratios, we are not doing that very good at all. So how best do we do it? Is when we contribute, is when we give. This is an investment. It's a spiritual investment, I must say, because you give, but at the end of the day, there are so many blessings that comes with giving. And the Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. So this is just an opportunity for you to tap blessings, but also extend a service to someone. I liked the word Mukwanga used when he said, if you're having 3 meals, just miss one and ensure that someone who doesn't have a meal can have a meal. Well, earlier I talked about this being 8 programs, but today we've just focused on one, which is Gift of Sight. However, Mukwanga here, take us through the achievements of other Humanity First programs that we may not have discussed here today.
Thank you so much. As my senior here dropped them, we have 8 programs, and all of them have been scrutinized by the team of Humanity First to see that they serve humanity. And we've just talked about Gift of Sight. We have one that I'm a pioneer of, that is Global Health. I'm the Deputy Director, Global Health, Humanity First Uganda. And here we are looking at extending a hand to the communities that are burdened with different infections or different diseases or conditions. And we normally do health camps in different regions. Recently we were in Budaka. And I can maybe give you a spoilers alert that we are going back to Budaka this next coming year in 2025, around February, and we shall be conducting a health camp there. We have a range of specialists that are coming to be with us. We have around 9 doctors that will be coming in from the UK, and they are also part of the Humanity First family. Of those, we have around 4 specialists together with the team here in Uganda. The team here in Uganda is led by Dr. Musa Sechikubo. He's a senior lecturer and head of department at Makerere University and Malago Hospital. So it is well trained, and the services that we're giving to the Ugandans are high quality services. But they are free of charge. You can imagine, Mr. Chirago, how much you can pay for a specialist service here in Uganda. Above 100,000. I know of one who you have to pay around 300,000 to see that particular specialist. So in other programs, we have orphan care. In orphan care, we are basically looking at how to support the orphans of this country. And my vice chairman here told you that we are having an orphanage in Kabende, that is in Fort Portal district of Uganda. We are starting with one, but we hope to have the funds to at least have a number of orphanages, because we have a huge burden of orphans in Uganda. The other one is Water for Life. In Water for Life, mainly in Africa, we have a huge burden of water, and kids move miles and miles to get clean water for home use and drinking. And here in Humanity First, what we focus on mainly is to provide water sources for communities. And in these water sources, we have boreholes. We drill boreholes in different communities. We renovate or refurbish water wells. Those are spring wells and we make sure that at least they are providing clean water. We also help in tapping or reserving rainwater for those communities that maybe they don't have reservoirs for rainwater. We give them tanks and different reservoirs so that they can store that water that comes off their iron sheets. And we have another one which is called Knowledge for Life. In Knowledge for Life, basically, my Vice President here has talked about the Budaka Institute. It falls under Knowledge for Life. It is providing skills to the youth, skills like mechanics, skills like tailoring, skills like hairdressing, and all these vocational skills that can help the less privileged. Maybe they didn't attain the points that they're supposed to attain to go to university, or they didn't have the money to go to university, so they can pass through these vocational institutes like Budaka Institute, and he has told you we are having a graduation, and we are calling upon Ugandans who are having these kids that may be a little bit less fortunate. And we know right now even the government is highly calling upon parents to put their kids into vocational trainings because they're a source of income and they also help in job creation. We have food security. In food security, we are basically providing food or skills of farming to different communities. We have community care where we provide a number of items to a disadvantaged community. We can look at maybe a problem that is affecting a given community. Let's say we are having girls that aren't having sanitary pads, so we provide those sanitary pads to those girls, maybe adolescent girls. We are having a community where mothers are not having access to mama kits, so we provide the mama kits. We are having also the last program, and which is the most important one because it was the initial program that started Humanity First, that is disaster relief. He has talked about it whereby we provide life-saving equipment to those who have been struck by disasters, floods, landslides. We were in COVID a few years back and people were seated at home not working and they needed something to eat. So we come in as Humanity First under disaster relief to provide food and maybe clothing, beddings and all that. And those are the 8 programs of Humanity First. And these are some of the achievements. If I'm to go to each and every achievement, we could take a whole day here. But these are some of the achievements that we can maybe elaborate a little bit here today.
Well, so much achievements under Humanity First. And that is the reason why you should join this cause. Now, I'll come back to Chiwanuka. We've talked about Gift of Sight this morning, and of course the 8 programs that he has told us. But how does someone who wants to extend a hand, who wants to partner with you, how do they get in touch?
Thank you very much. We have a running website for Humanity First Uganda, and all the details on those websites, and the way they would like to partner.
So just look for Humanity First?
Yes. Just put Humanity First Uganda, and you'll be, the website is there. Good enough, we are located at Wandegea opposite police. And then our office is there, but you can drop us an email. We are on X, former Twitter. We are on all the platforms. We are there, and we can connect right away. Then, for especially some of the medical people already do write to us. We've had camps where we are partnering with other medical people and other organizations, and then we offer this related kind of service to our population. And then for those who might not be physically in position to work with us, many have as well extended their financial hand to us. And these days it's very easy, even on your mobile money, your Airtel, MTN, you can still deposit something on DFCU account. We have our lines there, they've been displaying them. Still they can. Some when we reach at this point, I would like as well to appreciate, because we have a number of schemes within our fundraising drive, and then a number of people that have pledged, and for them every month or every year or every quarter they do deposit something, such that that student, that child who has no father, who has no mother, can still attend, get some education. Or for that blind man, like he is saying, that has 5-6 families that is taking care of. Uganda being largely extended, in an extended family setup, you're giving life not only to that man that you're operating, you're giving life to those 8, 6, 10 children that is taking care of. So I would like to appreciate and thank all the Humanity First family that extend their physical help, their financial help to our big cause. And right at this point still, we are heading for our 4th Gift of Sight camp. And today we are going back to Parisa General Hospital, and we are expecting to see more than 1,000.
So
because
when is that?
It's going to start on Monday, on 28th. Next Monday on 28th, we shall be in Parisa screening. And what makes Parisa strategic is one of the things still I would like to appreciate the government. They have worked on that Parisa, Tirini, Silong, Soroti up to Lila route. So when you go to Parisa, you're going to have people from Tilini, you're going to have people from Budaka, you're going to have people from Kadama, from Mbale, from Soroti, from Lila. Last time we had people drive all the way from Kalamoja, and they were coming in Parisa. So and then those routes are not so busy like these other routes. So it is very easy for people to get there. So we are going to be in Parisa, so we are expecting more than 1,000 people. And as well, like I said, how we organize this, a number of suggestions came up, and then Parisa has seen more cases of cataracts down the year than any other site. And then this is where we are going to set our camp. And then they come, and I call to all the Ugandans out there who can't afford the service elsewhere, they can come and be part of our camp. And then the camp is free of charge, and the cataract surgeries that will be identified will be taken to Mbale General Referral Hospital for operation. And I remember, like my brother here said, 50% of the cases of blindness is cataracts. So if we are doing this, we are fighting to save 50% of those cases. So for whoever has anything, a coin, no coin is less, like he has said. For every patient we are going to see in that camp, there will be about we shall be spending on them about 15,000. And that's the eye drops we are going to buy, and the different other medications that we are going to spend on them and give them the consumables. And then for everyone we are going to be working on from the Mbale General Referral Hospital, still 250,000 Uganda shillings can cover for their the consumables that we'll use, because we are going to have a big number, and then we are going to be working on them for a very short period of time. So that's why I still call on to all Ugandans to see what we can do. There is no one who is going to do this for us. There is no one who knows what is affecting us like we do. We understand it, we know where it is, so it is us to handle this and put ourselves in a better position.
What's something worthy supporting? Like he said, it is us. Now, in the interest of time, Mukwanga, let me just have your parting shot.
Thank you so much. I'll add my voice to my vice chairman here. I call upon all Ugandans to come and extend that hand, that helping hand, to fellow Ugandans. We shall not always be waiting to be donated to when we can't even donate ourselves. Let's donate first by ourselves, and then we wait for others to come in. Because as he has said, we know the challenges that we face, and we know what is paining us. So let's come up and try to rectify them. And I thank all those that have come up to extend that hand to Humanity First Uganda. Thank you so much, and we pray that God gives you that heart to still extend. that helping hand to humanity first. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I've been with two gentlemen from Humanity First Uganda, and we've been focusing on gift of sight. Now, next Monday, they will be having a camp, but we need you. We need you to be part of this cause. You go to their website and please let's give. If you can be a volunteer, if you're in the medical profession as well, please go. Together, we can cause a difference. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow, God willing. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.